Alright, what's up guys? Heroes Storm just got a brand new patch, and today we're gonna be looking at the characters that got changed. And I think I should pull up a screenshot of. You know what? I'm not gonna show it, but if you go onto the website, I'm just gonna be reading the patch changes. So Diablo got changed. We're gonna be looking at them one at a time. What happened to Diablo is Black Soulstone, the talent for D, additional functionality upon reaching level 10. Souls consumed when resurrecting is decreased from 100 to 75. Diablo is a very tanky character, and I feel like this change here is a buff for him. Knowing that like you can be super aggressive, and if you get killed, you don't lose all your stack. You still like start up from like 25, and then you go all the way back to your full stack, and then when you die you resurrect like in 3 seconds again and repeat. But Diablo himself, like, he got his own I won't say lifesteal, like his talent. um some of his talent, like if you flip somebody over, you kind of heal yourself off of that. I know some Diablo's player use that talent. I don't use it personally, but anyways, like if you add that to the fact that he can respawn like 3 seconds after he die, while other people have to go on like a long, like 30-second cooldown and stuff. I think this here is a huge buff, and it really gonna change uh, how people play Diablo in a sense, and it's really gonna like add somebody else into the meta right now, because Johanna been like the top pick for tank, and now I feel like Diablo is gonna be up there too. Level 13, we have Devastating Charge, his Q ability. The armor reduction is increased from 15 to 20. That's a huge amount of buff to that talent. And yeah, I feel like Diablo is being set up right now for like burst potential, like burst comp, where like he would just stun somebody and like flip them over, and then boom, everybody kill him, because he gained that debuff from the armor reduction there and all that stuff. Hellfire, debut his stomp ability. The damage per second been increased from 30 to 33. Not really big, but still a decent stuff. Yeah, I feel like Diablo got buff in this patch. So what the developers had to say about it is like, is that Diablo is weakened longer than we would like after resurrecting with Black Soul, and we want him back wreaking havoc sooner. All right, so I think what they were trying to say is that like once Diablo like get all his souls, like all his soul stone, he becomes super aggressive. But then when he dies and he comes back, he just go back into like a minion stage pretty much. Like he goes back into farming, and they don't want that. They want him to be super aggressive like all the time, and they want him, if he like loses his buff, they want him to
Kneel
get that as
before
soon as
the Lord
possible
of Terror.
so he can get back into the fight. So we're gonna be looking at Diablo here, just trying out these talents.
So
And
be
what's
it.
this?
It only takes a taste.
I usually go for Devil's Duel, but some people go for Feast of Fear. This is the ability that kind of like heals you when you flip people over. Let me stun an enemy, he will soul charge or overpower him. So if you flip somebody over or you stun them, you get healed from that. I feel like if you use this in this new meta, this new change, I think you can like it will really make a difference.
First blood.
I don't really go this talent though, even though it's like really good.
Excellent.
I usually go Devil's Duel because like if you were fighting like late game, the enemy do a lot of damage to you, and like your healer is healing other people. He's like and stuff. Like with this talent here, once you hit the healing fountain, like you heal from like 10% of your hit point all the way back to 100%. So that's a really decent amount.
A killing
This
blow.
is why I always take this talent. But anyways,
Excellent.
so Diablo, I'm sure everybody knows
There is no mistake.
knows how Wolfenstein works. But the only thing is soul stone from like killing minions and like killing enemies and stuff. And as you guys can see here, it's increasing. Like every time you kill a minion, you get one.
That was rather entertaining.
Right, so
Excellent.
uh, I mean, I'm not gonna like test it out because I know it works. Like, I'm not gonna like stay here to like collect all these soul stones up to like 100 to like test and see if it's actually gonna be like 75 if I switch to here. But yeah, that's Diablo's abilities and stuff. He been buffed, and I feel like a lot of people are gonna start picking him. So without further ado, I'm gonna dive into the next character that got buffed here. Well, that got changed, and that character is ETC. So let's look at his hit patch. So let me go into the tank and pick ETC real quick. There he is. ETC was one of my favorite tanks so far. All right, so base ETC. His health been increased from like 200, I mean 2,250 to 2,280. Uh, 30 30%. I mean no, not 30%. Like 30 additional hit point have been added to him, and I don't think that's a big stuff, but I mean he can take whatever they're gonna give to him, bro. Like I think this little buff is enough. I mean, it's big for him because he's not that tanky in a sense that like his hit point is not that big. He's not that like beefy where like he can like push people around. Like Garrosh can do that. Like Johanna can like just pull people around her. Garrosh can toss people around. Uh, Diablo can stun people, flip them, and all that stuff. ETC, he only got like a stun ability and got like a pushback stuff, and that's it, right? So, and he's a melee guy, and like your stun is like a slide, and like you have to like save that sometimes, right? You don't want to like use your stun, I mean your slide always like as a mobility type of thing. Um, so because of that, I feel like he's a bit squishier than other tanks. All right, then health regeneration increase been added to him from 4.69 to 4.75. That's a big change. Uh, they increase his hit point and they increase the regen for him. So that's pretty decent. Power slide, his stunning ability, the damage may increase from 91 to 105. I think that's huge. Uh, so yeah, the damage from this you add that to the talent where like if you slide onto your enemies and then like you use your pushback ability where you do like bonus damage. I think like that combo there, the damage output may increase just because of this buff that they added to him. And the developer comments on this is that ETC talents are competing with each other. Um, competing with each other nicely. So we are just raising the volume. All right, all right. So like you guys already see my ETC video,
Rocking.
ETC build and stuff. But anyways, as you guys can see here, that I don't know if like I don't remember how much he had in the past, but it seems like his hit point increased. And I feel like ETC is actually gonna be like the way you're gonna build him is gonna be a little bit different. In this meta, like
Choose a
you start
target.
building him for like basic attack healing, where his lifesteal for basic attacks, where like when you use guitar solo, like you start healing yourself, right? 60% of his damage dealt with basic attack increase, and there are even like other talents like in the future here that can like increase. Well, you can increase your basic attack damage by 35%. So increase that by 35%, and then 60% of that overall damage becomes like your sustainability pretty much, and start healing yourself. So I feel like ETC, like those who are using like default builds for ETC actually gotta like find a brand new way to play him, because
Heavy metal.
the changes that been added to him is pretty much like all about self-sustaining and just staying fighting, like doing basic attack pretty much. Anyways, that's ETC, guys. We're gonna go to the next character here. He's a bruiser, and his name is Raphael. And Raphael change is all right. I feel like a lot of Raphael player been having it rough lately. A lot of changes came onto him, and like they debuff him because they made him too strong earlier. All right, so the base change they made for him is that Reaper's Mark damage per second increase from 1.75% to 2% maximum health. Damage per second increase from 1.5% to 2%. So basically, if you mark somebody, you do percentage damage to them. So what it's saying here is that you do 2% damage to them instead of 1.75, which is, I don't know. It feels like this is how it's supposed to be. So I don't know if this is a buff or a debuff. I feel like it's okay, it's kind of neutral. Um, Touch of Death at level 7, right? They changed one of his talent, actually three of his talents. Basically cooldown reduction. Touch of Death cooldown reduction man buff, in a sense that it went from 25 to like 20. So they took away 5 seconds from that. Shard of Wisdom activates. It's an active. The cooldown reduced from 30 to 20 seconds. I feel like this one here, like Shadow of Wisdom, really got a decent buff. From 30 to 20, that's like 10 seconds removed from that. So it's a huge change right there. Level 16, you got as a Memento Mori. I don't know how you guys pronounce this stuff. The damage bonus, uh, it been nerfed. They reduced the damage bonus from 90% to 60%. It's 30% reduction right there. That's a huge chunk of damage that been removed from him. So I feel like this overall change here been I think it been focused on like making Mafia like a setup type of character, where like you have to like land your Reaper's Mark. You have to mark somebody first before you start doing damage to them. And yeah, so what the developers had to say about this? So we want Mafia to be a more formidable threat overall, and especially when against high health opponent, right? People like Stitches, people like Butcher, people like Chogo and stuff like that. And yeah, I mean percentage damage like it isn't just limited to like high health people. Like it's really powerful. Like percentage damage is like it's like true damage, right? It's the most powerful type of damage anybody can do. So it's fine, you know. My fire guys. Let's see. Let's do some basic attack with my fire and see how that goes. Melee characters. We go melee assassin. He's a bruiser. Bro, I thought he was gonna be an assassin, bro. Like Mafia, in my opinion, is an assassin, but he got put in bruiser category, so it is what it is. Alright, let's see. I actually never play him like for a very long time. This guy, um, but I'll usually go for like the active, where like you can go through units. This here can help you stick onto your targets and help you run away if you have to. Your Death Shard marks people. When you mark them, you can see them from far distance. You can like heal off of them and stuff.
First blood.
Well fought.
Anyways, this is level 1, so he's not doing that much damage. But anyways, that's my file. And we're gonna go to Yurio, the character that like almost nobody plays. Yurio is a bruiser. Divine Purpose, additional functionality. Divine Purpose cooldown is reset when Yurio casts a basic hero ability. That's crazy. Like Yurio, like people don't play her, but everybody knows that those who play Yurio are super annoying because they're always jumping on people, slowing them and stuff. And now they're giving her cooldown resets. That's like that's nuts. Like they're making her busted. I feel like a lot of people are gonna start picking up Euro because of this change. All right, so level 1, I said merit insight. Healing increase from 135 to 140, so they added like 5 point to that. I say Ages of Light. Armor increase from 25 to 30. They give her 5 to that again. At level 16, Divine Favor. The cooldown reduction. It increased from 20 to 25 seconds. It increased from 2 to 2.5 seconds. I don't know. I don't really know about her talents, but I feel like they've been buffing her so far. Holy Wrath splash damage is increased from 30 to 35. I think they just give her like 5 points to like every single talent she had, and like they just added a research to her because what the heck, like they just make her strong. Uh, Developers note about this is that Yurio Heroic have an insight has a significant amount of counterplay, so we are adding in more guaranteed power by buffing Divine Purpose. Uh, I think like this change is like for like high elo guys because you barely see this character in low elo. Like diamonds down, you don't see Uriel. Um, so all right, let's see. I haven't played Uriel as well, so I don't know how this is gonna go. But let's just see how she works. Eventually we're gonna get to the character that I really wanted to talk about,
This realm needs our help. I have passed through many
and
trials before.
he, Alright, you see the slow there? You play D, and jump onto people, you charge your ability, you smack them away. Your D automatically uses your abilities, or it kind of like resets your abilities, I guess. Yeah, she's really strong. She uses a lot of mana, so that's yurio. Alright, we're gonna go on to the next character, mafirian. Dang, there are a lot more. Alright, I'm not gonna like load them in to like play them and stuff, but I'm just gonna like go over the changes. So mafirian, talent 1, deep root, maximum mana gain increase from 10 to 14. I feel like this here is mainly to like help him heal more. Um, Vengeful Roots, it's a friend movement speed increased from increased by 60%. The health increases from 411 to 450. That's a huge amount. Celestial alignment, bonus basic attack damage increased from 75 to 85%. Also big. Mafirian, like his strength is his roots, and he's really good against melee characters like people like Garrosh. I think Mafirian counters Garrosh pretty well. You can like force him to use his unstoppable, and then that gives like your melee allies opportunity to go in and not be afraid that they're gonna get chased. And revitalize, the mana gain is increased from 80 to 15%. I mean, it changed from 80 to 15%. I don't think that's a good change, but it is what it is. Um, yeah, the rest is in here. I'm gonna put a link in the description. I'm just gonna fast forward this because I feel like it's gonna take a while to like finish all of these characters. Anyway, uh, Genji, I think Genji got buffed in this patch. Greymane, Greymane got changed, like his entire playstyle got changed into the way that I built Greymane, right? I feel like if you play Greymane like with the guy that I release and the build that I release, I feel like you'll be a lot more aggressive, get a lot more value out of them because they added like cooldowns to the healing fountain for him, and also you get more value out of your Worgen form. So it's pretty much exactly like the way I built them. So Nova also got changed. I mean Nova, like she got buffed. Nova is a hero killer type of character. She don't bring any other value in my opinion, but they changed her to like make her more strong. In a sense that she should be more independent when she's trying to get those kills. The increase of panel shot slow for talent level 1 talent stuff, and Tracer got debuff. Her health got, I mean, her life steal got reduced from 25 to 18% and stuff. And yeah, all right, we're just gonna go to Probius. Probius, like uh, the rework, like they reworked before this one right now. I feel like it actually nerfed Probius a little bit. Their goal was to make Probius easy for everybody to be able to play him. Um, so they kind of like nerfed him in a sense while making him easier because like if they made him easier and like they kept him the same way he was, like it was gonna be a little bit of a problem because like everybody will be playing and everybody will know like how OP he is and stuff like that. With this one, I feel like he actually been nerfed yet again because like they added some stuff to him that like really doesn't make sense. Um, alright, so warping pylon, the cooldown increased from 12 to 14 seconds. I think that's a debuff. Additional functionality is that uh, enemy heroes and minions drop mini rolls on death. You gather these mini rolls to like reduce your cooldown by 0.75 per 75 seconds. That's like half a second. I mean, like 75. That's not much in my opinion. So basically, just consider Probius warping Balon like useless pretty much because like doing team fights and stuff, like you won't like leave the fight to go into lane and like start killing minions to get like cooldowns to come back into the fight. Like that doesn't make sense at all. And doing team fight, like it's not like you're gonna be getting killed like every single second to like reduce your cooldowns and stuff. So I don't know. Like I feel like Probius been taken out of like team fights and stuff, and it really like they are trying to like push Probius into like solo laning and like double soaking and stuff like that. So and then we'll have warp resonance. Damage bonus increase from 100 to 120. Uh, I mean the cooldown on warps it actually been increased, and like I think to get value out of warps you actually have to go to talent. I mean the quest build from talent 1 and stuff. Turbocharge cooldown reduction it been increased from 10 to 14 seconds. I don't even use that. I don't know who uses that. So it doesn't really matter this change. Particle acceleration hero hit require reduce from 4 to 3. So there's an attack on Probius where like you shoot the a little particle or whatever, like a little I don't know. It's like a little piece of thing, like you just shoot it out, and then if you take the level 1 talent that allows it to come back to you like a boomerang or whatever, you get like 2 hits and stuff. And if you hit a hero with it, I think this is what they actually changed. Like you don't have to hit 4 heroes, or you don't have to hit a hero 4 times. If you hit them 3 times, you get a value out of it. Well, if you hit your warps next, it actually explodes and like send particles in like different direction and stuff, doing the same amount of damage to everybody. So I think this is a decent change. I mean, they really nerfed like Probius. Like I feel like he was fine the way he was, like he was OP the way he was, but some people might say otherwise. In my opinion, like I saw Probius one trick for a while. I feel like he was just fine the way he was. Now I actually don't play Probius anymore because of this. Pulse damage event increased from 71 to 78. These are like petite changes. I mean buffs and stuff, and they're really not making any difference in my opinion. The most important part about Probius, playing Probius, is like getting cooldowns and like being like a utility for your team. And I feel like that's what they are actually taking away from the characters. So this is pretty much a debuff. This entire patch. Damage per second increase. Rift Shock damage per second it increased from 30 to 35. And then tower defense cooldown reduction. I mean reduced from 4 to 3.5 seconds. New gets this is the talent that I've been using for Probius. Once I actually got used to him, That's when I changed to this talent, his ultimate, and it's kind of hard to learn, but it's really useful, like the slows and the continuous damage and stuff. The damage may increase from like 17 to 19, so not really big, but it makes a difference, like because it's a sustained damage type of thing, and it also got slows on it, so they just buffed it in my opinion. Um, yeah, so that's Probius. I don't know how people are gonna be playing him now. Like I'm gonna have to like completely relearn how to play Probius because this change is like it's really wild. Like they really changed him in my opinion. He's a completely different character now. All right, so thanks for watching, guys. Uh, let's see. Let's do the Probius stuff. Let me actually show you guys what's happening now. Alright, my Probius build. I actually never made a god video for Probius, but if you are a good Probius and like you play him for a while and you want to like one trick him, like this is what I use. Well, before before the patch that came right now, um like let's just say 2 patches ago, I used to go quest and then I go put Phantom Barrier and then I go Rift Shock. Rift Shock actually before this, it used to increase your overall damage to the target by 30% or something like that, and that was a huge buff. You add that to like the level 20, where like you get resets when it warps hit somebody, and then you can like put warps like all around them and like slow them and like just continue to like increase your damage onto them. Like that's how I used to play Probius in the past, and like that's how Probius should be played in the first place, right? Like, but it changed everything, right? So level 7, I go particle accelerator, and then
First
new
blood.
gate, and then I get a shield.
Well
They
fought.
said the shield was regenerating too fast, and they actually nerfed it. Like they said we had to change it because like it was a bug, and I don't know. Probius really got. I think he really like he got changed, bro. Like they just took him out of meta, bro. Like I don't know what else to say about this, right? So, anyways,
Enemy
like when you
slain.
attack people, they drop these things down now. You have to like go up to them, like collect them and stuff. And it sounds like Gaslo collecting his strap for like his turrets and stuff. And it's just really annoying to like walk up to these things and like collect them. It's like so annoying. Anyways, I don't think I'm gonna be playing Probius anymore until he get reworked into something that is
You
kind of like
impressed me,
useful.
hero.
But anyways,
Choose a talent.
let me set the level to 20. Set
Choose
it.
a talent.
There I go.
Choose a
I
talent.
think the new changes. I think the changes that they did to him. You go for the
Choose a
quest for
talent.
warps, and then you
Choose a
go for
talent.
hmm,
Choose a talent.
I don't
Choose a
really know how
talent.
to build him right now, bro. Like
Choose a
they
talent.
really messed him up.
Choose a talent.
I think new gates at level 20 where like it continue to exist as long as you have like your pylons around. I think this is gonna be like my new pick.
Show no mercy.
But let me test this out.
Well fought.
Alright, as you guys can see here, the particle accelerator. Alright, Probius is not doing any more damage like he used to. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Uh, just wanted to just review this. I'm sure like other people already covered this like super fast today. But I just wanted to talk about my favorite character and like how he got changed and stuff. And Probius is going down, but Greymane is also going up uh, with the changes. So maybe I'm gonna start playing Greymane more instead of Probe. And that's how it is. Thanks for watching. See you guys in my next one. Peace out.